video is brought to you in association with Forge. Forge, powered by Yardi, works in the commercial, retail and education sectors to provide Forge Bluepoint visitor management, a software that empowers landlords and tenants to manage visitors their way. My name is Paul Unger, editor of Placetech. Today I'm joined by Paul Speariett, co-founder of Forge and now regional director at Yardi, to discuss Forge Bluepoint visitor management and its role in bringing people back to the office with confidence. So Paul, you've been working with landlords. What response are you finding these days in these particular circumstances around the installation of Forge Bluepoint visitor management?
I think there's still an appetite for people to use products like ours increasingly to help ensure that people can return to the workplace safely. So it's having an awareness of who's coming to the buildings, and increasingly we're seeing a different utilization of the product, going from not just traditionally visitors for a meeting, but increasingly for people who are working perhaps in different offices, and also people who are coming from contractors, for example, coming into the building. In the prop tech world, there's a lot of technology out there, a lot of new software coming out. So it can be quite a noisy and congested space. And where we add value is where we can look to fix problems. And we try and listen and understand customers' problems and try and provide fixes to those and provide solutions to them. So it's a case of education a lot of the time. I think people are very willing to, are responsive to needs of technology and how technology can fix their problems. But sometimes it's understanding where we fit into that blend. And it's often a blended solution. It's not just a one-size-fits-all approach for everybody.
Okay, and what are the solutions and benefits that you provide?
I think first and foremost, it's flexibility, and it's ensuring that for the multi-tenanted market especially, that those tenants and occupiers within can feel that they can create a journey that belongs to them and is not part of the building necessarily. Alongside with that, it's ensuring that those visitors feel confident and safe in returning. So it's communicating with them effectively, making sure that at the start of when that visit starts, with the actual appointment itself and the appointment creation, when the visitor gets the invite, and once they arrive in the building, they feel safe that they're being managed properly and that the building is being managed properly so that there's adequate space to move around. It's not too congested. The information is clear. And those are the key things, I think, the messaging that we try to get across that our customers want and need. One of the key things for us, for example, is integrating with access control. And that integration with access control ensures that people can get to their destination with either minimum contact or with the right level of security in place. So from a building manager's point of view, you can be confident that the person who's been given access will get the right access for the right duration of time. Equally for the visitor, they know that they're going to the right place with the minimum amount of contact. So it's trying to balance those two things together, creating experience, but also making it secure.
Yeah. And sustainability is another big issue at the moment, to say the least. Is this something that can be retrofitted into existing buildings?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we equally work in greenfield sites as we do as brownfield sites. And for us, it means about using what's there. So wherever possible, we utilize existing equipment. So whether that's existing access control or turnstiles, reception desks, any equipment we can reuse, we'll reuse. And being a cloud-based solution, we're not necessarily hardware dependent. So customers can start very simply with just using the web interface on an existing computer, or they can go up to a fully integrated solution with turnstile integration and access control and everything in between. We also provide kiosks. So customers can have a broad choice and a broad variety of solutions, but we're not here to sell them necessarily new hardware. It's not needed. And I think with Yardi, we come with a number of things. We keep the innovation, which is really important, but we're backed by a huge team that will support us and allow us to grow. In the short space since the acquisition, we've nearly doubled our team. So doubled team in terms of development, doubled in terms of resource and provisioning. And that means that that's just an evolution, and that's going to continue to happen. So that allows us to grow the product out, but we're backed by an organization which will support us as well, which is really important for us.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, I look forward to seeing how that growth continues in the coming months and years as we cover your story on Placetech. Thanks.
Thank you.
Paul Speariett of Forge and Yardi.
No worries. Thank you.